Hey, what is up, guys? Right. Welcome to the second channel.
We're here.
I cannot believe this worked.
I know.
Quite honestly, I was about 60-60, 60-40, 30-20.
I mean, there was a lot of conversation about how to make sure this would work. And it did. It did. Yay! Yes. Just because you know technology.
We're going to let everybody filter over.
Come on in.
From the main channel.
Yep. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that was great.
Took you long enough.
And it was pretty quick.
Oh my gosh.
For us,
I'm like so nervous right now that was not going to work.
I had my fingers crossed. I was like, please let this work.
Yes, it did. But we are here. Make sure if you can hear this, let us know if everything's coming through okay, because it should be. And hopefully,
Yes.
That's and Matthew, prizes were really weak. I'm sorry that we didn't meet your expectations on giving you absolutely free stuff. So
right, sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. And we'll just hide that because listen, if you don't want stuff, then we're doing a live at the same time as Mr. Beast. Oh, great. Well, whatever.
We didn't coordinate our schedule.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's see here. Dad it yourself. I'm gonna bring you back over, Scott, as a moderator on this one as well. Thank you, Scott. You've just been added as a moderator. Awesome. Welcome to the second channel. So a lot of you probably didn't know this was even here, but it is. And
you're here.
And here. And everybody. Oh, Total Book came over. Thank you, Kristen.
Right.
Everybody's showing up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good pick and good sound. Fantastic. Excellent. I love this. Here we are.
All right.
So every Sunday night we hang out.
We do.
And one thing that we also do, and this is from last week, but we do beer of the week.
Beer of the week.
We don't have a beer. We should have brought the beer.
We should have brought the beer.
For the after show.
Want me to go run and get you a beer?
Go grab a beer, please.
Okay. I'll be
because
back.
That's one of the things we do on that. We can get a little more loose on the second channel. Is we have a beer, and so my lady's going to go grab a beer for us because she's amazing. By the way, Susan is awesome. I'll wait till she comes back so I can say it as well because I'm not trying to hide it from her. JP, you did get robbed, man. I'm sorry. We are huge proponents of, or huge watchers of Jeopardy, and man, Alex is like, if you don't get it right, you don't get it right. So, but you got the cabinet bone alive up, my man. So you're good. Dan, hey, thanks for coming on. Awesome. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Rick, what's up, Rick Schmidt? Oh man, I'm loving this. I'm feeling good. Oh, pale ale, perfect. So we've got the pale ale, and we like to have a little beer on the second channel. I was just telling them how amazing you were, by the way.
I heard you
when you left.
As I was leaving, and I thought, I'll just let him keep going.
Cheers to a successful main channel live.
Yay! That worked out great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So lucky for you guys, not many people have come over, or at least I think it was close to 700 people.
Yeah.
And we've only got not even 300.
So your chances have gone up.
Your chances have gone up substantially to win these boots.
Oh, this tastes so good.
Yes. Jen is like, the 50% code, please give it to me. We're gonna give it to you, Jen.
It's coming.
We want to just let everybody kind of trickle in here, and it's going to be great. But yes, you will get. So the reason you're here is because you're coming over for the 50% off code as well as the boots, and you will get that. Just if you can be patient with us, we're going to enjoy it just a little bit here.
Yeah.
So Sierra Nevada, and a big thanks to my buddy Clark over at
Lippman Brothers.
Lippman Brothers, thank you, Brewing, who has been providing the beer for the beer of the week. Corporate USA.
Very tasty.
Love seeing Susan as part of the channel Capers. That is one thing that we're trying to do more of is
incorporate me.
Be as a team. But it's like she doesn't like to build necessarily, and like having her it's just we're not out here building together.
No, I have not traditionally been a builder. I would be open to doing that. It would just depend on the project, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. And then a lot of times, I mean, I'm like taking people to and from school every day.
Right.
Like I kind of man all that. Oh, I don't have my microphone on.
Oh.
Whoops. I hope they could hear that. Sure. Yeah, I usually do more like kid running around and things like that, and that frees up more time for Brad. But yes, I would like to be on it more. And honestly, I am behind
She helps
the
moving,
scenes.
and she helps. Like if you see, she's like my dust lady.
I am.
So her like doing the dust.
It's my glamorous job.
Yes, and all
but
that
no,
stuff.
but like I'm always behind the scenes, and I'm usually the one doing email. And if you email us, a lot of times I'm the one that responds to you. And like I don't know. We do a lot of stuff together behind the scenes, but yeah, I haven't been on camera as much.
Not as much.
But that would be fun.
But it would be.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
So we're going
2021.
to kick off here. We're going to kick off, and we're going to do a giveaway. Why don't we? We're going to keep. So I know like some people had to go watch the football game. I understand.
They had to.
Had to. Okay. Where's my mouse?
I don't know.
Here we go. So we're just going to jump straight in. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do another garage cabinet? So my international friends. What?
I said, why not?
Oh, I was like, what? International friends.
Welcome.
We want to make sure we give some stuff from you, for you. So here you go. Was Scott Madrigal back over here as well? No. Beth holds the hose for the dust collection. That's awesome.
I mean,
and we do. We have a little. We have a little community here that's awesome that we're really enjoying. So hopefully some of you can come and join as well.
Before we jump into this giveaway, I was going to say that is one of the things that's great about the Sunday Night Live is that there is a community of people that come every week and they hang out in the chat, and they're usually on the chat before we even get going, some of them, and it's great. So like if you have a woodworking question, we answer a lot of them, but if it doesn't get answered on air, even if it does get answered on air, there are like 10 other people that are giving you feedback and answering, and they get to know each
really
other.
Cool
so it's great. It's
community.
A little community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and do. I don't know if Scott came over. That's okay though. You can hold it down, Scott. You've got this.
Scott Orm's got it.
All right, cool. So I want to do another one for my international folks.
Yes.
Because so for this one, this will be open to anybody international. The boots are going to be U.S. only because I think they're U.S. only type folks.
Okay.
All right. So what I didn't even have. Maybe we do this one, and then we can come back to that one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, do that one first.
Okay.
For this one. So this is for free garage bundle, garage shop cabinet bundle. Open to anyone. Adrian Herbert, what is up, my man?
Do you ship to Norway? We don't, but
we do
plans, we'll
send emails.
Send you an email copy of the download.
Worldwide
so
emails.
you can do this with the plans.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay. What is Brad's favorite college football team?
We should have had the plans do not come in metric yet, Goran.
They don't. Not yet.
But we're working on that.
We are working on it.
In the sense that we just want it to happen.
Right. If you would like to be the person that converts our plans to metric, let us know.
Yes. Vols. Michael Gorecki. Love it.
Michael Gorecki.
All right, we're gonna give the first three. We're giving first three, and I saw.
Although I feel like this is not really a fair question for our international people because they have no clue.
No,
they might.
If they watch our stuff.
If you watch, you might not be into
all right,
college
Michael
football.
Gorecki, the Creeker Dudes.
The Creeker Dudes?
And Stephen Briley. Boom. Y'all are all getting free plans. Boom. Love it. Love it. Yes, the Vols, even though they're horrible right
Stephen,
now.
was it Brawley?
And what was it? I don't know. It
was
was Michael Gorecki, the Creeker Dudes, and Stephen Briley. All of you guys are getting garage cabinet bundles.
Yeah, that's right. We have hope for next season, right?
We do. We are currently searching for a new head coach. So
it's like once every 3 years.
Right. Okay. All right.
All right.
So that was it. I kind of want to change that one.
Change it, man. Do it.
Yeah, maybe not. Because it makes sense right now. All right.
It's true.
I don't want to say much about it, but you know what I'm saying.
I do.
So
play
that up. All right, here we go, guys. Pro Boots, you have to be in the U.S. to win these.
You do.
Okay, so I'm sorry about that.
Apologize.
For
we
the
don't make the
international
rules.
folks, that's why we just did the garage cabinet giveaway.
All right.
But boom, Timberland Pro Boots. Let's do this.
Any style. It doesn't have to be these.
And
boots.
it's very appropriate right now.
Right. Very timely. What is our?
And this is not everything starts now. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What is our favorite NFL team?
Favorite NFL team? Because somebody had answered that for the college team. So we're not going to.
Starts right now.
Starts right now.
Go.
We're getting to it, Ashley. The discount code's coming.
Ravens.
No, not the
Not the
Ravens.
Ravens. Oh,
Brian.
Steven.
No, Brian.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I said Steven. Brian
Fellhofer.
Fellhofer.
Brian Fellhofer. You were the first in with Titans. And it's appropriate right now because, the NFL is on. So you might be watching the Bucks play right now and the Bills. We are not, obviously. We're just hanging.
We are not. We're here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent. So those were our giveaways. Congratulations to all of the people who won on the giveaways. But what we like to say is that you're all winners here.
You're all winners.
So did I do a thing for that?
What? For winners?
No, for
That's a joke.
for winners. I don't think I did. Dadgummit. Okay, for the to put up the code. All right.
We'll type
So I did not. I'll put it in the comment. Okay. So now I know it's not going to be Chase. It's not going to be Kevin Steele. It shouldn't be Kevin Steele. I hope it's not Kevin Steele. All right. So I know you guys have been waiting for the discount code.
It is here.
It is here. All right. And so if you've waited this long, you're going to get rewarded because now you're about to get it. And this is going to be good for any. You can just leave it there.
Okay.
This is going to be good for any individual plan. When you go in there, there'll be a little discount code. You can put it in. The code is only going to be good. Let's see, what is it? It's 219 right now. This code is only going to be good until 3:30 Central. So an hour and 11 minutes from now. And the code, I'm going to type it in here. It's 50% off anything, any plan.
Any individual plan. Yep.
And the code is $1,050,000. All right. And you can go over to plans.fixthisbuildthat.com.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to do that. Actually, why don't I just do that? So we're going to go plans.fixthisbuildthat.com. 50% off with $1,050,000.
You got 2 M's.
Not 2 M's, just one. So
You get
excited to give that to you guys, and just as a big thank you. So get out there, buy as many plans as you want. Okay, so
go crazy.
Go crazy, and you can get your individual ones. Yes. And so for all the folks who are watching this on replay,
right? If
okay,
you have to work
if you're
or
watching
whatever,
on replay, hopefully you haven't signed off now.
I totally get it.
So this is only going to be good till 3:30, which is the next hour and 10 minutes. For the next 24 hours, code $1,025,000 will give you 25% off. You can only use one.
So the 50% off is only good until 3:30 on Sunday.
And then after that, we're going to be good for a whole 24 hours. So if you're watching this later and you missed the first hour,
and you're like, no, I missed the 50% off. Yes.
We're still going to hit you up with 25 off.
Right. You can still get a deal for the next 24 hours. And so we need to type that one in, right? $1,025,000.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So you would do the same thing. $1,025,000.
Sorry, the screen said 30. Did I say 30? I meant 50. It's 50 off, guys.
It's 50 off.
It's 50. Just kill it.
Did we say 50?
$1,050,000. Robin, thank you. Yes. Is that on to the already discounted plans? Brendan, no, that'll just be for individual plans. Right. So you can make your own bundle using this and get it for less.
That's
because
true.
like the cabinet bundle is 30% off. So if you use this and make your own bundle, you'll get it for 50% off.
Right. Just buy multiple ends.
If that makes sense.
At 50 individuals. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they'll be in there, like when you go to check out, it's super easy to see it. The discounts will not show up for the bundles.
Right.
So if you're like, what's happening with the bundle? It's not going to show up because those aren't discounted. So individual plan, 50% off. And you can add a bunch. So you can add as many plans as you want.
Does $1,095,000 work? No. That's a negative.
No, it does not. So anyway, we're loving it. We're going to hang out.
That's awesome.
So that's what we had.
Yeah.
You let us know. I would love to jump into any like Q&A if you guys have any questions.
If you have any,
we've kind of just been doing one way.
Typically our live is more back and forth, but this was different. So if you have any questions, they could be woodworking or business or like, how did you get to $1 million or anything like that, let us know.
Jen, 3:30 Central. So we're on Central time.
Good point. Yes.
So 4:30, it'll be good till 4:30 Eastern.
Yeah. You get an hour from this point forward.
An hour. $1,050,000 is the code. If you go look up at the pinned comment or look at the pinned comment in the chat, you'll see where to go. Code for ISO tunes.
We got a question. Brad, are you a native Tennessean? Kind of.
Kind of.
You are, but you moved here when you were like 3, right?
Jack, the code for ISO tunes is just FTBT.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of codes going on.
Yeah,
right?
codes
So,
everywhere.
Right. So if you want $10 off the ISO tunes, code FTBT
Yep.
at isotunes.com. If you want 15% off total boat, it's fix this
Oh yeah.
is the code. And then if you want 50% off all of our plans, it's million 50. Million as a word, and then 50 as a number.
Yeah. All right. So Brad, you are pretty much a native Tennessean.
we
He was
moved
not born here, but
I grew up here in Nashville. We moved here in 1980, and I was born in 77.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was about
And
it.
I am not.
Yeah, if you have a question for us, also just do @fixthisbuild.live. Like when you type that in there, and so
Yeah.
it'll come up. It'll be bold so that we can see it. That'll be easier
Yes, for sure.
for us to see, just like Thomas Kulper did. Do I have a P.O. box, and how often do I check it? Nailbender,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. And
All the time.
we check it when we know things are coming.
We check it I would say we check it probably about
Total boat. When are you
weekly.
going to build a boat? Kristen says.
That'd be
Kristen,
awesome.
as soon as I live
my
on the lake.
gosh.
I'd love to build a canoe. That'd be fantastic.
That would be fun.
I've been getting into fishing lately.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's been so long because of cold weather.
I would
But
love
yeah.
to. I would love to build that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
1,100,000. Isaac says. How do we redeem the giveaway? The Creeker dudes, email us. Sorry.
Oh yeah. If you won something, email us
at
and we will get it to you.
at fixthisbuild.com.
Yeah, for sure.
Or DM me on
Congratulations.
Instagram. And you're going to have to show that you are the person. So don't
Right.
just be emailing me. I'm sure somebody's going to do
No
that.
one, don't just be like, oh, I won everything. No.
Alan,
We'll
did I
figure it out.
work at GE Aviation? I absolutely did, Alan. I worked at GE Aviation I co-opted there during college, and then I worked there from 2000 to 2007.
And you had a lot of fun.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel to reach 1 million followers? Chase, honestly, the same, right? I mean, nothing magical happens when you hit 1 million.
No.
But it just like the amount of gratitude, and I think
Yeah. The
looking
video
at the comments
was, like,
on the video
crazy.
were really awesome. Like it just like bring a tear to my eye. Like just seeing the thing that excites me the most is when I can share with you guys, and then you share back with me how it's impacted
Yes.
in like, oh, I made this for my daughter or my son and they really love it. Or, I was like depressed and like just starting woodworking has really helped me.
Yeah.
And, or I'm just making extra money on a side hustle because now I'm making cutting board, like any of that stuff. Like I just
Right.
love it.
Or we watch this with our kids. Like, I mean, it's so
was the
cool.
best.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like hitting a million subscribers was definitely a goal of ours for years. I mean, it was just something it was a benchmark that we were working toward. And then we hit it, and that was awesome, and we celebrated as a family. But we didn't really do anything with it for a little while because we just weren't ready to put the video out. And so when we put the video out, I don't know about you, but I mean, I thought it would be like, there would be a response, but I did not expect the comments, the number of comments, and people that we hadn't, like, that were like around back in the beginning, that were commenting that we hadn't heard from in a long time. Just everybody, it was very sweet,
It was really awesome.
Yeah,
that was fun.
It was
so sweet.
It was sweet. No, it was like, I mean, I don't know. You could see if you watch the video and you hear Brad's story about how he really wanted to, like, just do something that was more impactful with his life. Like, it definitely felt like a culmination of that in a way. So,
Absolutely. Let's see.
great.
We said, Wired. Have I used my lathe lately? No, I have not.
It holds plywood up.
Any
nicely.
struggles that I look back on fondly? John Schimmel. That's an interesting question. I think
lot.
I think that let's go back to the main one. I think that I do look back fondly on like burning the midnight oil. Like it was not fun in the moment, but and Susan tells this to me a lot. Like when I was going through my master's and I was just like insane because I was working, traveling, had 3 young kids, and doing my master's. So I had a master's in business.
And this was before Fix This Build that was even a thought.
Right.
But this was when...
That like I look back and I was like, oh yeah, that was like fun. She was like,
Yeah,
you were miserable,
no.
and I was like, I don't know. It's
No, let me just
rose
paint a
tinted
picture.
glasses going backwards.
But yeah, but it was, so the year that he was, you did you did that in 18 months, I think.
It was 2010 to 2012.
Right. So our daughter, our youngest, was born in December of 2011. So kind of in the middle of all that. And we had 3 kids under the age of 3 at that point. And Brad traveled for work, plus he was getting his MBA. So when he wasn't traveling, a lot of times he had study groups and presentations and classes. And so I always joke around with the first year of her life was a blur for me, because he was just, you were gone a lot. But you reached a goal. You did really well with the MBA. That was awesome. And I think that also kind of was like prep work for when you were hustling to get the business off the ground.
Business.
Yeah.
So those were all like, that's why I look back at it.
And you accomplished
fondly.
something, you know? Yeah.
Yes.
What other questions do we have?
Let's see here. Oh, okay. I missed a bunch of them here.
Oh, gosh.
If I buy the plans, do I get the metric version later? Thomas, the metric version, like, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So well, if you want to use the 50% off, we will try to help you out. Honestly, I don't want to commit to that, because I don't know, like, that may be 2 years from now, honestly. Like, so
that's on our list of things to get done as soon as we can.
But when that does happen,
it will be broadcasted.
Right, it'll be broadcasted, and we will try to will take care. Like, we'll figure out how to do it.
Right, like
But I'm just saying, like, it's just consider that it may not ever happen, but it will.
We're just like painting worst case scenario here.
Here's my thing. Like, I don't want to let you down, right? Like,
right,
I don't want to
be like,
oh,
make promises that we can't.
And be like, in a month we'll be up, and then it's like a year. My goal is to get them up, and it will happen. I just have no idea what the timing will be.
Right.
So I'll leave that.
We've got
up
a
to
lot
you
of things
if
on
you
the
want to
plate,
take
and that is
advantage.
just one of many, many things, unfortunately.
Yeah. The world's fairless here. I'm reading the ones where it's just signed up.
Drill press stand, is it stable, or would it be better with more weight
Chad,
and base?
it is stable, but it will, because it's got I have so much stuff in it on the bottom anyway. So when you say with more weight, I've got like clamps, I've got all kinds of stuff in the base, which does make it. But the plywood is super heavy.
And honestly, we're not rolling that thing a lot. I mean, you would roll it around, but it's just usually sitting there.
Kyle, I do check messages on IG. I don't respond to all of them, but I do check them. Enjoy the million sub video, Dr. Don. Thank you so much. Any plans to do more candid videos like that? When the time shows.
That y'all could collaborate. What? Do I have an athletic talent?
Artistic.
I was like, no. That we could collaborate on. Not really. I mean, I'm not an artist.
She's a great seamstress. She's more of a.
I sewed the
baker.
cushions, and I like to like bake and decorate cakes. So maybe you could make a platter or something that I could put a cake on.
She's not like a drawer.
No, I wish it was more artistic. I'm not. I have he has nicer handwriting than I do. It's just I'm not a great fine motor skills person. I guess.
James Bailey, an after show giveaway for late people. We did, and we gave away 2 things at the beginning of the after show, as well as the 50% off for you guys who are here. So, Rick, 77 Rocks. He's in June. That's awesome.
I see somebody said, what part of Cincinnati did we live in? We lived in the city for a while. We lived in, I'm thinking Norwood, but that's not right. Oakley. And then we wound up living in Loveland before we moved down to Nashville. So we love Cincinnati.
Scott,
my family's all there.
How about a beer mug? Scott,
like to visit.
I did turn this.
Would you like to sink the beer into it?
No, it's not the right.
No?
Well, it is. These are the same size as
delightful.
As cans, I guess. What size is the actual shop space? Preston, it is 31 by 19.
Yeah, tall ceilings.
And you can look at the shop tour. I do have a couple shop tours out there.
And there should be one coming out somewhat soon.
Yes.
Have you thought about a walkthrough of how you make your plans?
I like this.
That's a good idea.
John Werner. Actually, the guy from Shop Nation just put out one. I would recommend to check that out. Travis. Does the $1,050,000 apply to bundles? No, it does not, Landry.
No, because those are already discounted.
Because those are already discounted.
Yeah.
Let's see here. If you're limited to only 3 power tools for your shop, what would they be?
Oh my gosh.
John Werner. It would be a set of drills, a miter saw, and a circular saw.
That was a fast response.
David, I named my daughter after you. I hope not. Unless it's like Bradlina or something. Let's see here. Jeff Yantz, thank you so much for the congrats. Any advice on lap joints? Toby, what's up, dude? Dude, I'm not a great guy for, I've done them. I think like anything on a fitting joint, it's just setup. So I always get test setup pieces, and do those before I go to my end pieces. And for like a lap joint, there's a couple limiting factors there. And so a lap joint, if you guys don't know, it's typically 2 pieces, and you cut kind of half of one off and then half of the other, and then they fit in nicely together. So you have to sneak up so that the shoulders aren't too deep and aren't too shallow. So that's what I like to do is like kind of sneak up on it and then sneak up on the depth of it as well so that they fit together just right. So I would say test pieces is my big takeaway from that.
What is your number one tip for a new small wood shop to be successful?
Is to find out, for a small wood shop, is to find out what your customer base, who your customer base is and what they want. Right. So that's the biggest thing of any business is like, you got to know your customers. You have to know exactly who you're selling to and exactly what their challenges are. Right. Because that's the thing is like and so I'm a business and you guys are my audience. You guys are my customer. And so what we try to figure out is like, what do you guys want to see? How can we help you? What are the projects you're interested in?
What problem do we need to solve?
What problem are we solving? Yeah. So figure out who that person is, like, and get really narrow.
Right.
So like, this is like, a lot of times you'll see it called an avatar. And so we have an avatar for the channel.
Yep.
Our avatar is Chuck. And Chuck is 35 years old. He has 2 kids. He has a white collar job and he wants to work with his hands more and do woodworking. So like, and there's more detail that it goes into, but like, what are the problems and challenges? And so like, if you're trying to sell to new homeowners, they need furniture, they need cheap existing furniture, or are you selling like super high end stuff?
Right.
And
are you refinishing furniture? Like, what are you doing?
Does your customer want a piece that's going to wow people when they come into the house? Like, who are those people? What do they need, and how can you fill those needs? So that's the biggest thing.
Have a plan.
Palmeretto. Let's see here. Where are my cars? Life happens. The cars are out in front of the garage.
They're always in front of the garage. I have on my list to finally get the remote start for my van. That is the one thing that would make my life like so much happier. It's like being able to start it and let it warm up in the morning, but I haven't done it.
Yes.
So not too bad.
Let's see here, Scott. What are you doing to help out the small creator who's just getting started, like Maleki did for me? Yeah. And I'm not so sure if that's what Maleki did for me, but so it's interesting because anyway, that the whole Maleki story, because I was already established on Instagram and then he started on YouTube. He was ahead of me on YouTube for like a hot minute. He said it was till like 40 or 50. It is really like 20.
I remember when you guys met that you were like, I met this guy named John and he was crazy, but like really fun. And like,
he's a maniac.
Yeah. I mean, they talk like daily pretty much.
But no, Scott, actually one of the things I was thinking about is like, I want to, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but it's like, I want to be able to help shine some light on smaller influencers, either in Instagram or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that's going to look like though. And, but it is because like I've got all these eyeballs and there's a lot of people doing amazing stuff out there. So it'd be nice to be able to to help share that.
It's a good question.
Share the spotlight. Let's see here, just order plans, but there was nowhere to enter codes. Rick Carlson, if you're doing that, you're probably ordering a bundle, which won't be eligible for the discount.
So just make your own little bundle by grabbing the individual plans you want, and you can apply the code, which is bigger than the other code anyway.
Jonathan says you should crochet a set of Bernie mittens.
I've crocheted when I was a kid. I haven't, but you know what? That sounds kind of soothing, like knitting or crocheting. Yeah, those were hysterical.
Checkered sawdust. I go down to the Woodcraft, not super frequent, but maybe once or twice a month.
Usually it's like a panic.
Awesome.
Oh no, we need something at the last minute for the project. And it's like running down there to get like something in a pinch, but not always.
Let's hear, Dan, where do I buy my 3/4 birch? I get it at Nashville Plywood, which is a local plywood dealer, obviously. And
that's a common question we get in the email. It's like, where can I find Baltic birch? But
Steven says, is Chuck keyless? You wouldn't get that, but it's like keyless Chuck.
Yeah,
okay.
I get it. Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm so surprised. And my mom and dad are on. What's up, Pops?
Oh, I figured they would be. No, but I was saying that a lot of people will email and ask, like, where do you get the Baltic birch? Like, how can I find Baltic birch in my area? And our recommendation is always to just Google, like, plywood in my area or plywood near me, and like find your local vendor that has either hardwood or plywood. Yeah. And just go there. That's because they don't have it at like Home Depot and Lowe's.
Yes. Chris Norton, hit me up on Instagram. We'll get you taken care of, man. Yep. Oozing sap from wood. Ooh, Red Woodworks.
Oozing sap from wood.
Yeah, that's a huge pain in the butt, dude.
Sounds messy.
So it's obviously pine, I would assume.
Like what? Like sitting wood that's sitting there, or like
no, like you buy it from the store and there's like literally sap coming out of it. Dude, unless you're painting, like, so you need to seal it. and you need like a shellac is a great sealer. So shellac does a good job of sealing in. If you look at like Zinsser 123, it's like a shellac based, but you can go straight shellac because it depends on how you're going to finish it. If you're going to paint it, I would use like a Kills or like I think it's Zinsser 123, but it's by Binzer, I think. Anyway.
Zinsser is by Binzer?
I don't know.
That sounds so ridiculous.
But you need to seal it in because if you don't,
it'll ooze through the paint and the finish and everything.
If it's actually oozing, I don't even know if sealing it would stop the ooze.
Do you have to just like let it dry out?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be kiln drying better or something, or like
it's just like it was cut at the wrong time of year.
Oh, that stinks. Sorry.
So
Sorry
if it's got sap, so the best time to cut timber, and this is just theoretic stuff I've learned.
Things?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Is at the winter, because during the winter the sap kind of comes back down. In the spring it goes up, and then the sap comes back down in the winter. So it was probably cut down in the spring, and that's why that's happening. But that's kind of a pain in the butt.
That's a big pain in the butt.
Okay, thanks for the 50% off. You are welcome.
You are welcome.
Who we have here? Home, just
Is
orders
there
and
an
plans.
email
Awesome,
address
Josh.
that I could send you a question?
Radiata pine. Scott, good question. I like radiata pine. So if you can't afford Baltic birch, I like radiata pine because if you're not familiar with radiata pine, and I don't know how many plies it has, but I think it's between 5 and 7. But the outer layer is a full layer, so it's not a veneer plywood. It's actual, like Baltic birch is not a veneer plywood. Baltic birch has 13 layers of Baltic birch.
Of goodness.
Yeah, 13 layers of goodness. A typical like maple veneer plywood would have 5 layers of typically poplar core and then a 1/32 of an inch maple veneer. Radiata pine is like Baltic birch in that it's got, I think, 5 or 7 layers of radiata pine. And so that outer layer is much thicker. It's like a 16th or more. And yeah, I just don't like the grain structure of radiata pine. That's my biggest thing. But I've used it for stuff that I'm painting. 100%.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would really depend on the project. Yeah. Like, as you can see, Brad loves the look of a Baltic birch. It is a very nice, clean looking, but understandably, like, it is pricier. So.
Yes.
And something else to mention, because I get this question a lot in emails, is people will say, like, how much would this cost, right? Like with the everything. It's really hard to answer depending on your area and when you buy and the prices of wood and all that stuff. But Brad didn't like wind up with this overnight. You didn't build this in like 2 weeks.
Rome was not built in a day.
No, like I mean, and there's videos, we have videos on that where you had like the pre-bought stuff from the store that literally fell apart after many years of use. And so this was like a whole evolution. And so, your shop can just be a work in progress and you get there one piece at a time.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about the modular aspect of it. So, I'm sure probably not many people are joining late, but yeah, the $1,050,000 had a question about making the bundle. So we do not currently have, I didn't realize that, but we do not currently have a layout. Like there's no way to get the layout unless you buy the bundle. If you make your own cabinet bundle, just email us.
Yeah, email us and we'll send it to you.
info@fixthisbuildthat, and we'll give you that PDF. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because that's not out there anywhere.
Pretty much just, email us if you have a question.
If you got problems, just email us.
Just let us know.
info@fixthisbuildthat. I'll probably hate saying that later. I won't, she will.
I know, I was going to say, that's going to be my whole night and tomorrow's
JP,
email.
yeah, that Fox Haver is awesome, dude. Let's see here. How do you make shelves for extra storage? Where did that go? I just missed it.
With the garage shelves?
I don't know. I just scrolled up and now it's gone. I can't see it.
It really depends on the shelf.
For a small home without all the big power tools.
Oh.
Actually, Candy Corey, go check out my video on the garage storage shelves. Mm-hmm. It's all made by 2x4s, and you could do the entire thing with literally just a circular saw. Right. You don't need fancy tools. A circular saw and a drill.
She said for a house.
Yeah. For a small house.
And you could
depends on what
you could use different materials depending on the finishing quality that you want.
Let's see here. Yeah. Kyle, for a new woodworker, do I recommend upgrading from a job site table saw or buying a sliding miter? Upgrading from a job site or buying a sliding miter. So
you didn't have a sliding miter before?
Right. I would. I don't own a sliding miter. I never have. I mean, I've tested a couple, but I've never kept one. I would upgrade. I would go to a cast iron top contractor saw, and 27 inches deep. It's just so much better than a job site saw. I would highly recommend that.
Yeah.
Oh, 9 plies. Nice, JP. Will continue. Okay, Brian says will continue even after the paint. It's going to ooze sap. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That
if you got
stinks.
sappy, oozy wood, I would.
Can you take that back?
I mean, it depends. I mean, you could at Home Depot.
I mean, I was
but
gonna say like if
at a
you
lumber
got
yard-
wood and it was oozing, I'd be like,
I think it's a great point though. Like if you inspect the wood before you take it home,
Right.
and if you can see any open gaps, because you can typically see it. It's like a it's like a split in the wood, and then there's like sap coming out.
Makes
Carl
sense.
F., you are so welcome. Do the plans come with extra videos? No, they do not, Patrick, because it's very low price
Right.
plans. They're typically $9 plans. If like for the extra videos and stuff like that, would be something more like the Wood Whisperer. If we did end up going to that, those would probably be more like $40 or $50 plans.
Yeah.
So this is just the PDF, and then the video that is on the main channel, which has
they're
a
usually
lot of
very
information.
comprehensive. Yeah.
And typically, almost all of them will also have a blog post, which goes into a little bit,
Yeah.
sometimes more details, sometimes just it'll say different things and
And-
give you links to the items and everything.
I was gonna say, and if you haven't purchased a plan from Brad before, then I mean, you probably haven't, like, you don't know the level of detail that he goes into. But the live should have told you all that you need to know. Like, Brad thinks again, and then thinks some more about things, which is wonderful, and that is definitely great when it comes to plans, because he's very detailed and very specific. And so I get emails all the time from people saying, thank you, this was the first project I've done, it was so easy to follow the plans and I knew exactly what I was doing. And so if it's your first time building a project, or if you're just unsure, I don't think you can really go wrong. I mean, I hope not.
Yes. David, who's a favorite woodworking YouTuber, and who's most helped my skills?
Oh, that's like, which child would you pick then? Because they're all like friends.
I'll default to like what, and I wish I had to put it in retrospect, but I like when we were just recording and editing, and it didn't fit in there. The three guys that really were inspirations for me when I started were Mark Spagnuolo, the Wood Whisperer, Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff, and Jay Bates. And those guys were, they were around, established before I ever got started. And so watching them, like, those were the guys who helped me figure out that it could be done, first of all. And then, like, they were all very instructional. And so that's kind of how
for you too.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how I modeled my channel. And I said, like, I said it, I don't know where I said that. Maybe it was in the last live. But somebody was asking, and I was like, now you kind of got to find your own voice on YouTube if you're trying to get started now. Like, to be successful, there was less competition back then, so I could kind of live in existence with them. And then, like, I found my voice along the way versus being like, okay, I'm going to be the guy who, like, I'm going to be Salt Bay, or I'm going to be like, I don't know.
Salt Bay.
The Salt Bay. The dude who, like, sprinkles, he, like, slaps the meat and, like, sprinkles.
Oh, I don't know. I think I do.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
And in the beginning, you might not have that voice all tuned out, but that does not mean that you shouldn't just do something. Like, we talk about that a lot. Like, if you're thinking about having a YouTube channel, put out something. And the video where we talked about how you did those 2 videos and you're like, I'm done. Like, I'm just going to go hang out on social media and on my blog. Like, in hindsight, we totally wish that had worked out differently and that you had stuck with it. But whatever, it's a process. So just keep at it, and you will find your voice,
Yeah, 100%. I have some questions about the 50% off. So the $1,050,000 coupon will expire in about 45 minutes. Okay, so at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central.
Right, but then after that, if you are seeing this later, you can use the 25 off.
The 1,025,000 off, which will
until tomorrow at like what, 1 or 2?
I think I don't remember. Tomorrow, just to use it fast.
Early afternoon. Yeah.
I can't remember what time I put it at.
Yeah.
Paul Moretto, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the plans and the help on the videos. Any tips or suggestions for transitioning from box store wood to hardwood, Justin?
From what?
From like box store, like 2x4s to like hardwood.
Gotcha.
I would say get a
Box
planer.
store.
A planer and then a joiner are going to be your best friends. So you're going to be able to save a ton of money buying rough wood versus S4S dimension wood.
And if the idea of buying a joiner, you say planer or joiner?
Planer first.
Yeah, like if that's really overwhelming and like a lot of money, then Brad always like looks at Craigslist. You've bought a lot of tools at Craigslist, on Craigslist over the years. So that's always a good way to start out and just kind of get a nice pre-owned tool first and get some experience on that.
Yep, 100%. I got a lot of people saying that they built from the plans and that they really loved them. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. ENZ Print Co. I just did a whole video that you can check out on that. And also, so if you guys want to hear more about like the business side of it, Made for Profit is my podcast with John Malecki, where we go into that. We're not putting new content out right now, but we have like 126 or 27 episodes of back content that is just like, it's still relevant today. Right. So go check that out. Can you sell SketchUp files with your plans? Daniel, I don't. Can you? Yes. I don't know what the license agreement is. If you get the commercial one, I think you can. I found it to cause more issues than it was worth, honestly. That's why we don't do it. It's just, anytime you put a piece, like a PDF, right? It's just like so cut and dry. It's like, here you go. Like you can't edit it. Anybody in the world knows how to use a PDF because it opens up in any browser. So if you bought the plan, you can open it up. As soon as you do that, like there's different versions of SketchUp and you can't open it in older versions. If you have a newer version that it was saved in, it just becomes a mess. And so I don't do it. That's just our decision because
we walked away.
It just adds too much complexity. Difference between water-based polyacrylic and polyurethane. Misfit, that's the exact difference. Is polyacrylic is water-based and regular polyurethane, when I say regular, is oil-based.
Okay. So,
and then there's a lot of properties that come with those, but that is the difference. Let's see here. Who else do we have? JP said Brad, DIY Pete, and King's Find Woodworking. I'm assuming he's talking about getting into
like the ones he was following.
Yeah. JP
That's cool.
Got his own channel.
DIY Pete's super nice.
Let's see here. Larry, thank you so much. Have you ever done a collaboration with Bob? Kyle, I have not.
No.
We've talked about it a few times. Bob's a friend of mine, and he doesn't live too far from here.
Maybe
we've talked about it. We just have never made it happen.
It's hard with scheduling. I mean,
it's very hard
a lot of times, like we have things that we've committed to, and I know he has commitments as well. Like just anytime you're trying to do a collaboration, like it's just people get really busy. And then now with COVID, I mean, no one's doing stuff like that right now.
Yeah.
So.
Haven Eyes. I'll tell you one guy who's really caught my eye lately that is not from the U.S. as a YouTuber is Alexander Chappelle. He never says his last name, so I don't know how he pronounces it, but Chappell, one of those. He's awesome. He's from, he's the guy, he's from Denmark or Norway.
Is he the guy with the diamond? No, that was a different dude.
No. He's the guy that does a lot of 3D printing.
Okay.
He did the chocolate Pikachus.
Oh, yes.
He's very into technology. He's a lot into 3D printing. I love him. He's awesome. Y'all should go check him out. He's really cool.
Yep.
And Kristen, I would love to do a collab with Mark. That'd be fantastic. Mark's
fun.
a buddy of mine as well. Mark's actually been in the shop before. Mark came over because we both were doing work with the same company, and he was in Nashville to do some things, and he came over and hung out for a bit. We got barbecue. It was awesome. This is so awesome reading those folks that you say that I've inspired you, so I love it.
Oh, it's great.
Gobi Walnut. Misfit 74. Do you work for Gobi Walnut? You own Gobi Walnut? Gobi Walnut is awesome. I've admired their stuff for so long. They just have the best walnut out there on the West Coast. Let's see here. Benjamin Folger said, just picked up the garage plan bundle. I thought he said it. For some reason, I read it and I thought it said I just picked up the grandpa bundle, and I was like, "What?
What?
I don't know. We need a grandpa bundle."
Oh no!
The grandpa bundle.
It'd be like fishing and sweet stories and just like Werther's Originals. That's what my grandparents always had.
The strawberry ones with
no,
like
the caramel.
I know.
Ones.
No, I'm saying also.
Oh yeah, the strawberries
with the like the gooey inside.
Yes.
Benjamin, check out Nashville Plywood there, just north of Nashville. Let's see, your life happens. I have used boxwood plywood. I've used the maple. I've used basically all the varieties from the box store. And the biggest issue with those is typically voids in the plywood. And then when you buy it from the box store, it also tends to potentially have been a lot more beat up and potato chippy.
But it depends on what you're doing. So what plywood did you use for Cole's closet organizer? Where was that from?
That was the Radiata pine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it wasn't Baltic birch because we knew we were going to paint it. In hindsight, I think we thought about using MDF instead. because the painting took a long time, but
Right,
it worked
it
out. It
takes-
was great. Yeah. But yeah, so where do you get the radiata
That's
pine?
just from Depot.
Okay. But that would be like, I mean, most of the things you do are not like, they're not, I don't know. They're just like a different level. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't paint a lot.
Chris Riego, thank you so much. Thank you, Scott, for putting that in there. Scott put the fixthisbuild.com/tools.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, I know we do have the discount codes on there, don't we? I guess I probably need to put them all in there. I don't know if I have every single one.
Yep.
Life happened. Just
Keeping
looked
us
at, bought the
honest.
plans and reviewed them. That's awesome.
Oh,
awesome,
great.
awesome.
That is the beauty of when you buy
let's see
online
here.
plans of any sort, like whenever it's digital, like the immediate gratification of being able to download it
know.
and see it right away. You don't have to wait. It's great.
Let's see what else we got. Matt Logue, we're excited for you, man. Candy, her and her boyfriend just found the impossible cutting board.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun one. When he was trying to explain that to me, I was like, how does it work? Like, no, I totally did
Yes.
not get it.
Yeah, JP, I actually use SketchUp version 8. What do I think about General Finishes? Philip, they're great. They make really nice finishes. I've got several of them here.
Yeah.
They're
right there.
what is the one? Armor Seal is an amazing polyurethane. It's fantastic, honestly. What's red in our cups? This is Stir.
Oh, yeah.
Stir.
Nothing fancy. It's water
yeah,
with
water.
like flavoring in it. That's
JP, thank you for coming, my
free of
man.
aspartame.
Have a good one. Joe Ree, the flip top is the the plan is the 2.0, so it's a little bit wider and it will fit all of the planers that I know of and have measurements for. I've never had anybody since the 2.0. I've never had anybody come back and be like, "Oh, this didn't work." The 1.0 was not quite wide enough for the handle, and people had to like kind of adjust for that. But the 2.0 and the one that's up there right now will fit all the planers, like I said, that I know about, height and width. Let's see.
And it can
He's
hold-
from Norway. He's awesome, Jacob. Thank you.
Oh.
Polycrook at Lowe's is equal to Polyworth. Yep, you got it, Misfit. That's 100% right. Does John get embarrassed when you whoop him in arm wrestling?
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
It's
He
very
can't
demoralizing.
stand it that I put a hurting on him. But I'm 155 pounds of rolling thunder, so he knows that.
You, Mark, could build a boat or something? Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. I would love to build a boat. I would love for you
we
to build a
should-
boat that I could go out in.
We should.
You could paddle me around. We could have like a romantic.
That would be awesome. It could be like in the
We'd
Venice,
be like cracking jokes
the
the whole
Venice
time.
Canal. I'll be like standing out.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see
Could be the
here.
gondolier.
Yes. What was one? Do you ever do meetups in the Nashville area? Checkered Sawdust. We
used
do.
to.
We do. Not now. obviously.
Pre-COVID.
But if you go to Facebook, we have a Facebook group called Nashville Area Woodworkers Online. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
I own the Nashville Area Workers Online one. I'm the moderator, whatever. I guess I own it, built it. But if you go there, that's where I announce all those. So if anybody
Right.
is in the local area, go check it out. Hardest project and why? Ooh,
Oh wow. Hardest project.
Epic Creations. The hardest project, I gotta say, it's got to be the epoxy nightstand with the hidden drawer because that was my first time I ever done it, and there was
Yes.
like a lot. I did welding in it. I did like the epoxy, so it was a lot of brain work.
Well, and there was a lot of stress, I think.
Yeah.
For me, at least, like, is this going to work? I mean, I feel like you were pretty confident because you had thought about so many different ways to make it work beforehand, and then you wound up going with the simplest option. But
Yeah.
you had like bought springs and things
I
and
was
stuff.
doing all
but
kinds
yeah,
of crazy things.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
that was-
I think that would be probably
also
the
probably
hardest
one of the most what's the word? Satisfying when it worked out.
epic.
Yeah,
Yes.
epically satisfying.
Yes. Oh yeah, Pask makes. He's got a great channel as well. From another Nashville area local now in Savannah, Kyle. Do I like local hot chicken? Oh, dude, you know,
We haven't had that in a long time.
we haven't, but gosh,
It's like
been
a
so
thing
long.
now. I think Nashville hot chicken, like seasoning and stuff that you can eat. Like
I've
I've
not-
seen that elsewhere, and I'm like, oh, it's so funny that this is like now a thing.
Right.
in
So we
other
don't
areas.
do it a lot.
Our
but
kids
I know
would be
like
like,
Hattie
"What?
B's.
No."
Like Hattie B's is kind of like the
The gold standard.
gold standard.
It's
but-
like the local
right.
original place.
There's a place though on Second that I believe it's on Second that
Yeah.
I went down and had, and it was like really good. I forget the name of it.
Was
though.
that wasn't Hattie B's?
No.
No. Back when we can travel in the future, when we can travel again, y'all should come to Nashville. Lots of yummy food and.
Wayne's
Yeah.
Woodshed. The General Finishes is expensive, but it is good.
You
I
get
tell
what you pay for.
At least I'm not the only one not getting the code to work. Mike F.
Oh.
If you're trying to get the code to work and it's not working, it's likely because you're trying to use it on a bundle.
Right.
It's only good on individual plans, and you will be able to get the same discount as the bundle by using that code. So just get the individual ones and then apply it there. But it will not work on the total bundle. Oh my gosh, a 2 square foot void, Brian. That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, void. I hate voids, and
That stinks.
yeah, voids are the worst. Let's see here, Tristan. Can't wait to build a proper wall. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, the thing about building in your shop and like using different materials, the radial pine would be great for shop furniture too, because the radial pine doesn't have as much voids, I don't think, as a lot of the other ones. It's because it's got those full thick voids, or full thick veneers, sheets, layers, whatever you want to call it. Miter saw catch just broke. Thinking of the rigid. Any others I recommend? Rick.
The what now?
The miter saw. I mean, the DeWalt one, if I was going to buy, and I was like this close to buying another one before I built the miter saw station, I would, if I was going to buy one today, I would probably buy a DeWalt 12-inch fixed saw. And because I don't want a slider, because I just don't have the room, I just don't like them.
You're all about efficient use of space.
Right.
And that's not.
And I know like a Bosch Glide and all that, but the Bosch Glide, the dust collection is horrible and like all that. So there's reasons I don't want each of them. But I would get a 12-inch fixed DeWalt if I was going to buy one today. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, 13 kilometers from the wood shop. 13,000. That seems like a long way. Just ordered the personal bundle. Greg McDonald, love it.
All right.
Love it.
Make your own. It's like build your own bundle day.
I know. Build your own bundle. There you go.
Really.
Let's see. We're trying to get some more questions for plans. Maybe 50 or 30 more minutes. Yep. Thank you so much, Scott. And a big thank you to Scott Orem, Dad It Yourself DIY, for helping moderate for us today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Princess Chicken is, I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan,
that might have been the place that you went. Because Princess is another one that's been around for a while.
Do I plan to do any more hand tool builds or building a hand tool workbench? Alan, great question. I mean, I don't plan to do any all hand tool just for the sake of it being all hand tool, but I absolutely will use hand tools to assist me in the builds, if that makes sense. Like I use block plane a lot.
Right.
I use chisels a lot, obviously. I just like, I don't stand on pomp and circumstance, if you will, of like, I don't think there's anything wrong or different between the quality of something made with hand tools versus something made with machines versus something made with CNC.
They're all made with love.
They're all made with love, and they all take different skills, right? So you might like be like, oh, like, you know, hand tools are like so much more high quality.
Yeah.
Does it take more skill? Yes, it takes more of that skill. But to make something out of a CNC that you designed and that you made all the things,
right?
There's a lot of skill involved in that.
It's like a different skill set.
The modeling, exactly. Sure. And I don't hold one above the other because, you know, like we're in 2021, like technology is moving forward. There's a reason people don't still drive horse and buggies and we drive cars. Like
I feel like that was like
I'm just saying.
Smackdown on the hand tool people. No.
If you're gonna hate on people because
that's true.
Because they're not using that because that's traditional woodworking, I just find that silly, honestly.
Yeah. People should all. I mean, like, do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Right. Like,
exactly. Like, there's different strokes for different folks.
Right.
If you like doing that, then go for it. Like, I love it. Like, I have huge respect, and there's lots of skill, but I also have huge respect for the people that are doing 3D modeling and doing CNC modeling and doing all that stuff that requires all this technology. Right. So that's the way I feel about it.
Hey, Mike F., I see that you're saying the plan code is not working, not on the bundles. What are you trying to purchase? Because that might make a difference. I mean,
yeah, you put it in during
checkout. People are telling him like, "Oh no, it's working. It's during checkout."
Thank you for everybody who's.
I just want you to make sure you get your discount and get your plans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Made officially. Gary Huff made his own FTBT bundle.
That's right.
Let's see. Who got the boots? I don't know, Keegan. Somebody
did.
Brian Fellhofer, I believe.
Yes, Brian Fellhofer got the boots, and then Michael Garecki, Creeker Dudes, and Stephen Briley got the shop bundle.
Yeah, there you go. Angelica wants the Mistakes Are Made V-neck.
I'm telling you what. Do you have women's stuff on there yet?
And we have women's and I can't remember what the women's is in.
It's
in Mistakes Were Made. It's the women's t-shirt, yeah.
Okay, the V-neck. V-neck.
We'll have to look at a V-neck.
We'll check it out.
Which is cool because now, because we're not ordering them in and it's like on-demand printing that we can get.
We can just have more options, which is the whole point.
I love this. I love seeing all you guys that are taking advantage of the 50% off. Nice. And again, it's just a huge thank you to you guys. We want to do something special so that everybody felt like they got something because I know only a handful of people won the giveaways. Right. But everybody can save some money
Right.
and get some cool build plans.
And it's a good time. I feel like, it's winter for most of us if you're in the northern hemisphere. It's winter. We're not able to go as many places as we would like to. So it's a great time to be building things, especially for summer. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to think about summer. So like the grill cart, all that stuff, like that'd be fun when summer rolls around to have it done.
I just, like Scott was saying, 53 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Scott, if you've got to roll, by all means, roll. We appreciate you moderating, and I think we can handle
We're
it
good
from
from
here.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
it's only
you
got
so
129.
much.
But if you need to go, by all means.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here and chatting. It's 3 hours in or 51 minutes in. Like, oh my gosh, we've been doing this for a while.
Let's see. Somebody said I need to learn better photography for my projects.
All right, Michael Gorecki, what's my approach on gaining sponsors, and what percentage of tools from Woodpeckers, Rockler, and Merca are gifted? So everything. So I don't work with Rockler at the moment. I have in the past. All the Woodpecker stuff was gifted to me for some work I did for them. It was not for other sponsors type stuff. Like I consulted with them on some stuff, and they just sent it to me. I didn't ask for it.
Yeah, that's nice.
The Merca stuff, that was gifted. So like a lot of I built my shop on my own with used tools.
Right.
And as I got in, obviously I work with a lot of sponsors, like all the stuff you see on this table, clearly all gifted and part of a sponsor. And when I say gifted, there's a difference. The Woodpecker stuff was gifted. A lot of the things are an exchange. And so sometimes people pay me with money. Sometimes people pay me with product. So nothing is free. Nothing is gifted in the sense like the Woodpecker stuff was, because there were no strings attached.
Did you even know you were getting it?
No,
it was like cool packaging too.
Right.
It was like Christmas.
And so like there's like, hey, we would love for you to use this, or like people don't send me stuff because they like me, right? They send me stuff because they want to see it on the channel.
Right.
And
it's
so
like right there right now.
The work has been done on the front end and to build the audience. And so like, I'm a bit touchy when people are like, oh, you get free tools. I haven't gotten any free tools. Very, very few free tools. I get tools because of the work that I've done to build my channel,
right,
as well as all content creators who get tools. Like those aren't free tools. Those are on the back of all the hard work they've put in to get where they're at.
Those are on the back of the midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning,
right,
2 o'clock in the morning nights that he did routinely for a long time.
So, and that being said, I am extremely grateful for all these things because I do have the opportunity that I've built this brand and this channel that where other brands want to be involved. That's amazing. I love it. And so, it's all very different though. There's a broad spectrum. Some people send me stuff with the hopes, like I just don't even ask for it and stuff shows up with the hopes that I'll show it. Other people are like no strings attached and they just say like, I don't even care if you show this. I just want you to check it out. I'd love some feedback.
Yeah.
And then other things are like, hey, I'll give you this for that and I'll do a post about it.
Right.
Things like that. So it's a wide spectrum.
But how do you get to working with sponsors? I mean,
I'll go check out Made for Profit where I go into that deeply.
Yeah.
But it's all about, so my whole reason in saying that is that the reason that any of those sponsors want to work with me is because I have something that they want, which is an audience, which is eyeballs on my channel, which they want to turn into eyeballs on their product.
Right.
So the way that you work with more sponsors is get more eyeballs on your channel, have something that they want.
Right.
And that's kind of.
And they go into a lot of detail on that with Made for Profit.
Alan, resource. I have insulated my garage door. I had a great video about it that I deleted.
I mean,
I didn't delete it. It's just
I remember we moved here and he was like, what? The garage doors are not insulated? Because I feel like in Ohio, they were, right? Weren't they? Or did you insulate them in Ohio?
No, I did not insulate them.
I think they are because it's colder there in the winter. And so we got here and this space was freezing in the winter. It was just freezing and it was good. It was a good choice. And he hasn't touched them since. They're in great shape.
Let's see here. Good place to buy drawer slides. Daniel, I've got if you want some nice high quality ones, you can get the Highline ones from Woodcraft. If you want to get the best bang, not the best bang for your buck, but the cheapest, go to any of my videos where I am making something with drawers, and there's the Freeho is the brand name on Amazon. I've been pleasantly surprised with those.
Yeah, and you've bought them kind of in
do a building
before.
project with my spouse. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Scott says he's hanging out because he doesn't want to go clean his garage. Elvis Monroe, do the plans account for table saw kerf when laying out the plywood? They do. In the sense that I leave extra to make sure that you can cut it. I don't actually show the plywood, the kerf lines in between the parts, but I make sure to leave enough so that you can actually make the cuts.
Yeah. That would be kind of a rude awakening if you did not.
That's right. Let's see here. Buy one of the shirts I'm wearing. Yes, absolutely. Keegan Zeal. You can head to...
you can get a plan for free.
Yeah, you can head to... let me just type it down here. What is it? I remember what it is. FTBT.myteespring. All caps.
Teespring.co.
For new merch. And yeah, we got this available. We've got a couple other varieties too. If you go watch the main channel, it was about halfway through when we did that, the live that we did over there.
Yep.
So Alan, to insulate the garage, the product I use, I believe, is called Matador. I believe is what it was. And it was really good. It's like a plug-in.
I see a question about what camera do we use. All of that is at fixthespell.com/tools.
Tools. All the stuff in there. But I use a GH5S is what you're seeing me on right now.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, cool. Work your tails off and then you can get, that's right. Yeah, work your butt off for 3 years and then you can get free tools as well.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I still remember the first time a tool ever arrived at our house, and I don't remember.
Awesome.
I don't remember like what the context was of that, but it was just crazy. We were like, "What? Like a tool just got sent to us?"
We were like,
I mean, it was amazing. Yeah. Like, I mean, you were probably more excited about it than I was, but I just thought it was so cool.
Yes, it is the best. Let's see here. You've been putting together the tools. I love it. And then
who got the boots?
Kagan,
the boots went to Brian Fellhofer.
Brian Fellhofer got the boots.
Yep.
Super chat disappear. Yeah, those are all on the main one, Isaac.
Yeah.
When we buy a shirt. Yes, Brian P. We will be emailing you about the plan when you buy the shirt. I'm super hoping that because it's through there, I should be able to see all of the buyers' emails and then be able to email you. If you don't hear from me, email us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When in doubt, just email us.
When in doubt, just hit us up. info@fixthisbuild.com is the email.
Do you use big box plywood? We kind of touched on this.
Yeah,
it depends on the project.
I do, but yeah, it depends.
Not a lot.
And Derek, we use SketchUp for the plans at the most time. A table PC build. Dude, Jonathan, I want to do that so bad. I'm going to do it. Like a PC built into a desk.
Oh, yes. That is fun. It's the second person that's brought that up.
Sure.
You're 100% sure. You were 99 sure. earlier. Or was that something else?
Scott, I don't have an Amazon storefront.
Yeah.
I've just not set one up. Because when they first did it, it was really junky. I should go back in there and check it out. But I don't have one at the moment, I don't think.
All right. I love seeing all these people that have talked about the plans they bought. That's great.
Yes. 8 plans for the discount. Dan, absolutely. What's the difference between the tri-blend and the premium tees?
Oh, right.
Kyle, the tri-blend is like what it says. It's a blend of 3 different materials. The drape, like the... Here
it's
I've got
it's softer.
So
and
if you can almost kind of see it. So if I just hold the shirts out, I don't know if you can see it, but
I think you can.
You can see like this one just kind of drapes.
Yeah, it's really soft.
More, like this one has a little bit more structure, like over here, and this is like just super soft. The tri-blend is just a really, really soft shirt.
Right.
It's a little thinner.
The tri-blend is Brad's favorite.
And then this is 100% cotton. The premium tee is 100% cotton.
I want to make sure that you know though that like it is 100% cotton, but it is still soft.
Very soft.
It is not one of those rough like when you get like you sign up for a credit card and they gave you a free T-shirt back in college.
Yeah,
it is not that. It is not like rough sandpaper. It is really nice and soft too.
Yeah,
so if you like a 100% cotton shirt, it's a good one. But if you like a really soft drapier one,
this one,
tri-blend.
Yeah, the premium tee is probably going to be a little more robust as far as like if you're like rubbing up and like just abrading it, it's going to hold up better.
Or if you're going to be, I feel like they both breathe well, but I think a lot of people that like 100% cotton is if it's going to be hot and you're going to be outside and you want something that's super breathable, it would be a good option.
Yeah.
But that being said, you wear the tri-blends all the time.
I do.
And it's not an issue.
No,
so they're probably both good.
It's all good. Mistakes were made. Montage. Oh, that'd be a fun one.
That would be really fun.
I haven't, but
we have a lot of things that are not even in the videos that could be thrown in there.
What out of stock on? How are these? See, I don't understand this because
I don't know.
The whole reason I went to Teespring was so that they wouldn't be out of stock. Because they're supposed to just take orders and print on demand. So I'll have to follow up with them.
We'll find out. Email us if you were trying to get one
and we will get you the free plan.
It was unavailable for any reason.
We'll get you the free plan.
Let us know. Like just shoot us an email.
Yes.
And we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ODB. Linus, Jonathan, I love Linus Tech Tips. He's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How do you want me to prove it's me when I email? OMC Slugbug.
Slugbug. Yeah, he was the he won the big bundle.
Just say, remember I asked you on the after show.
Yes.
It's fine.
Tell us your favorite color. That'd be the code word.
And now everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's me.
I love orange.
Or what I was gonna say is, if you go into your YouTube and then just do like hit your account and then do a screenshot so it shows your name and we'll see your name in your profile picture. That would help
work
as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see here. A gun case. Yeah, I don't have a lot of guns,
No.
so I don't really need a case, but
We're not like
I am thinking
hunters or
about it.
anything.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. What else do we have here? Dwayne, that's a good, on build, find furniture with box lumber, joiner, planer, domino. Yes, those are all things. We're getting a little bit further away from like those like hardcore woodworking things and more like, here's how to do this and then add this little cool thing or
like
add that little cool thing.
Yep.
The twist. It's all about the twist. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my mom, and washing dishes.
What does your mom say?
She says, I'm watching my favorite woodworker and washing dishes and baking a cake. I love it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis, they do account for the curve in the layout.
Yeah.
So the 50% off plans. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I think this is it. I think we're going to wrap up. So we've got 15 more minutes to get the 50% off.
That's right.
Use the code MILLION50. It's in the pinned comment wherever, over here,
and
over
then
there,
like
somewhere.
later tonight, if you're like, oh shoot, I didn't get that plan that I wanted to get, you can still use
Don't be that person.
20. Don't be that person. Like think about it in the next 15 minutes. But you never know. If you have a brain whatever and you realize you need to buy something else, you can always use $1,025,000 to get 25%
So
off.
if you've not done it, if you're waiting, you've got 15 minutes. Go do it.
Do it now.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate all your support, and especially all of you that have been hanging on for so long.
Yes, thank you.
We are here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard,
Yep.
so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn the notifications on, and you'll get it. And we would love to hang out with you next Sunday. We won't be doing it tonight.
No.
But again, thank you so much. Thank you for helping us get to 1 million subscribers, and we look forward to the next million.
Yeah, we appreciate you and your support, and thank you so much.
Yes, awesome.
All right.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Get out there and build something awesome. See you guys.
Bye.